There's a moment almost every young person in America remembers. Someone, a teacher, a parent, a counselor, looks at you and says, education is the key. College is the doorway. If you walk through this door, your life will open up. It sounds magical, like a quest line handed directly to you from the universe. And like every good adventurer, you believe them. You imagine your future, a stable job, a place to call your own, and a path forward. So you take a deep breath and you open that door. What no one tells you is that behind that door isn't a classroom, it's a debt dungeon. And once you step inside, the exit is a lot further away than anyone ever warned you. This is a story of student loans, the promise, the traps, and the weight carried by millions. For decades, college was the golden ticket, a sure thing, a level up. In 1970, the average 4 year degree cost under $10,000 total, adjusted for inflation, of course. Today, it's often $100,000 to $200,000. Tuition skyrocketed, housing doubled, textbooks became their own side hustle, fees multiplied like mobs in a bad dungeon pull. But the messaging never changed. You were still told, you need this. Everyone needs this. Without it, you'll fall behind. So an entire generation stepped into debt before they even stepped foot into adulthood. College became the toll gate. You had to pay just to join the world. Student loans are unlike any other debt. Credit card debt charges you, medical debt haunts you, mortgage debt at least gives you a house. But student loans, they grow when you aren't looking. Interest compounds quietly, balances rise even when you pay. Forbearance freezes payments, but not interest. Income based repayment reduces stress, but stretches the timeline to decades. Student debt is coded like a boss that gains HP over time. And for so many borrowers, it feels like the more you fight, the more it heals. This isn't financial planning. It's a slow, grinding battle with an enemy designed to outlast you. Imagine carrying a backpack everywhere you go. Heavy at first, but manageable. You tell yourself, I'll take it off soon. But then years pass, then a decade, then two. Student loans follow people through everything: jobs, relationships, moves, layoffs, health scares, buying your first home, starting a family, trying to save, and just trying to breathe. The debt becomes part of your identity, a weight you don't talk about but always feel. Some people carry their student loans longer than they carry their childhood last names. That's not education, that's captivity. Here's the hidden mechanic behind the whole thing. College didn't get expensive because learning got better. No. It got expensive because we changed who pays for it. Decades ago, the government funded public universities. Students paid a small portion. Today, funding dropped, and students are expected to cover the difference. So, universities raised tuitions, banks offered loans, the system normalized debt. Students accepted it because everyone else did prior. And the cycle continued. This wasn't an accident, it was a slow transformation. Education turned from public good into a private purchase. College became a business, students became customers, and degrees became products. And the price tag? Whatever the market will bear. Older generations like to say, I paid off my loans in 5 years. That world doesn't exist anymore. They attended school when tuition cost the same as a used car. Today, it costs a small starter home. The average student loan balance is now over $37,000. Millions owe more than $100,000. And unlike other countries, America charges interest so aggressively that many borrowers pay double what they originally borrowed. It's the only quest where completing it makes you poorer than when you started. Student debt doesn't only affect money, it affects identity. You question your decisions, your worth, and your progress. You watch friends get married, buy homes, and take trips. And a voice whispers, "You can't." No, not yet. You delay life, you delay risk, and you delay your dreams. You feel behind in a race where you didn't know everyone else started closer to the finish line. This isn't just economic, it's psychological, it's spiritual. Debt rearranges your whole life story. But here's where the story shifts. Young generations are not playing by the older rules. They're questioning the costs, choosing alternatives, seeking trades, starting their own businesses. Student debt wasn't questioned for decades. Now it's one of the loudest conversations in the whole country. And pressure to create change, slowly at first, then all at once. We've already seen expanded forgiveness programs, zero interest repayment windows, calls for tuition caps. The tide is turning. Not fast enough, but it is turning. Student loans are not a moral failing. They're not evidence of irresponsibility. They're the result of a system built on an old promise that no longer matches reality. If you're carrying student loan debt, you're not behind, you're not broken, and you are not failing. You're navigating a dungeon that was never meant to be fair, and you're still moving forward. That's not weakness, that's strength. And someday, when this system finally reforms, as all broken systems eventually do, you'll be one of the people who survived it. Then that makes your story worth telling. Remember, stay passionate, stay stubborn, and don't let your debt crush you.